a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready. 15 line. 15 line.
I'm coming after you.
Get it.
First carry for James Conner. Fights him off. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
And that's what can happen with these big running backs. Sometimes you get them slowed up. It's tough for them to get going again. You know, it's more of a boom, boom type of a runner.
Got cleared past one, but then everybody else rallied.
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Hey, Foxtrot.
52's the mic, boys. 52.
Let's go.
On 2nd and 15 now. Rudolph. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Here's Rudolph. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Ready. 8, read.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Ready.
Throwing on third down, here's Rudolph. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
High 7. Complete grip.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Man left. Hey. We got 3. 3 down.
Here's Rudolph. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by B.W. Webb. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, 83 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
The
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Rudolph. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up third.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they're facing a very tough 3rd and 11.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rudolph. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
They can't hang with us.
X3, 218, chopper.
Kill, 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 kill.
Get it.
They are going for it. It's Rudolph. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. Looking deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Minka Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand.
And this is caught. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 45 yards. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now it's Rudolph. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, orbit.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
They'll fake it. Now Rudolph out to his left. And his throw is incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's third down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number 1. Steps away. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19. Rudolph looking to throw it. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Okay, I got a quick tangent for us here, Charles. Let's look at the teams that have not yet won in the NFL. The 0-3 teams, the Jets, Dolphins, Bengals, Steelers, and Broncos. Who do you think is the first to get off the schneid?
Well, when you look at it, who has the open week? Who's safe? The Jets?
The Jets, yeah, they don't play anybody, so they're not going to win this week.
I think the Bengals and Steelers, they play each other.
Yep.
So I think the Steelers beat the Bengals and get off the schneid. They're the team that I'm looking at closest and having the best opportunity to get it done.
How about Denver hosting Jacksonville? A possibility there for the Broncos, right? And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5. Dalton. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Here's Dalton. He'll let this go end zone for Green. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
The drive will start with Connor. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rudolph. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Rudolph. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
2-jet bombers. 2-jet bombers. Jim. Kill.
Check the back.
Protein spill. 6 guard. Check 6 guard. Snap.
From the 50, it's Rudolph. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Rudolph now to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. A final shot before the break. Rudolph forced out to his left. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Now Joe Mixon. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And Green with a catch left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Now the Bengals, they thought it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Check, hey, Sam off.
Now Rudolph escaping the pressure right. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
57. Mike, 57.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. He's going to let this one go deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darquez Denard. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. To throw here, Dalton. Green with a catch left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Now Dalton, and he's certainly been a huge factor in this. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. From 19 yards away, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So now Dalton will lead the Bengals to the line as he'll come up and go for 2.
52-93, 42, up.
His pass caught at the 4. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. With that incompletion, we step league-wide for a second. I want to discuss Saquon Barkley's injury. Obviously, that hurts the Giants, who are having a quarterback change. And, look, Daniel Jones looked good, but they're going to need Saquon Barkley in that backfield.
In a big way. Not just as a runner, obviously, but his ability to catch the ball in the backfield, make plays in open space. 4 to 8 weeks with a high ankle sprain. Horrible news, not just for the Giants, but how about fantasy football teams? All right, if you've got Saquon Barkley, many of you selected him at number 1 in your draft. Now he's going to be out for a decent portion of the season.
You better hit your waiver wire and get Wayne Gallman quickly. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Dalton operating in the red zone now. And he's got it. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon taking it in as his guys continue to pour it on.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
So now after the touchdown, Dalton will lead him up to go for 2. They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot.
No.
Okay.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at that time, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Alpha. Nice 57. Recon, 132 fighter.
Strip that ball.
Go.
Back to the air. Rudolph on second down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Sean Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Trying to lay one up deep, and this is caught. Give him 30 yards there. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because
Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And this is going to be caught, so add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Another chance for Dalton. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. So Dalton now. And able to find Green. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down. Dalton now to pass. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on. So now Dalton will lead the Bengals to the line as they'll come up and go for 2. And it'll be Dalton again. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
They attempted to fade to the back corner of the end zone unsuccessfully. And I've been with you long enough, Brandon. I know that's not one of your favorite calls.
Well, it's interesting. Before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner. But you actually have told me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really a weird deal, isn't it? But you've got to just move that defender inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where there just isn't much.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Check curls, check curls.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Green's got it over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. That is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. So now after the touchdown, Dalton will lead them up to go for 2.
Let's put that team on the bus.
And Dalton to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Watch 98. 98's the mic. Oh, here we go.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again. Dalton. He's going to go up top for and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So now after the touchdown, Dalton will lead him up to go for 2. Passing, it's Dalton. That's caught at the 2. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rudolph, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. He's got a first down past the 30. And he finds McDonald. And all the way up to the 37-yard line. The Steelers getting another first down on a bit of a roll. Here's Rudolph. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now it's Rudolph. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick, there on the coverage. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? You don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit the sack to the safety, Jesse Bates. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
52's the mic, boys. 52. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Rudolph. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carl Lawson in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time.